Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a review of the new Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. This is the newest primer from Glow Recipe. I was so excited when I saw this launch. I love that they're kind of coming out with more skincare makeup hybrids. Those are like my favorite type of products when brands come out with it. So when I saw that they were coming out with these blur drops, I was so excited. They sent it to me last week, so I've been testing it out fully for about a week. So I definitely have my final thoughts on this. If you guys are interested to see my thoughts on the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Blur Drops and see how they wear on acne and acne prone skin, and if it's truly worth the money, then just keep on watching. So this retails for $32. I love the watermelon niacinamide dew drops as like a glowy primer, or even mixing in with blushes to give like a really pretty glowy effect. Like those are just so versatile. So when I saw they were coming out with an actual primer to blur the skin and kind of mattify, I was all for it. I am a Glow Gang ambassador, as you guys know. I'm able to test out new launches, which I'm so grateful for. I love Glow Recipe. Even before all this, y'all already know. If you haven't seen my large brand review that I did, then you can go on and click here. Love their products. These are all my honest opinions on it. But yes, I was sent this in PR to test out. It's supposed to blur and refine pores while reducing excess oil, and this also has that strawberry BHA in there. So the claims is supposed to be visibly reduce pore size instantly, and it uses tapioca and rice, refine pores over time with its encapsulated BHA. It's also supposed to help reduce excess oil over time. Described as a soft focus satin finish. So not matte, but satin. Oh, it comes out. It's actually very easy to squeeze. I know my Selfless by Hyram, they're in a similar squeezy tube, but you gotta squeeze. And I thought that was like good, but I'm like, this isn't even coming out either. Okay, so let's go ahead and do half of my face. Let's zoom in as much as possible. Also, we got some. The third eye is finally slowly leaving. I will show you my routine because it has been here forever. Oh, so here's like the texture. It definitely smells kind of like the strawberry serum, but it's not heavy. Use your fingers, spread evenly and gently pat onto clean toned skin morning and night, and follow with moisturizer. Well, I'm using this as my primer step. So let's see how it is on this side of my face. I think I am a little bit more matte. I haven't been super oily right now though, because I had just applied my skincare, so maybe that's it, but I'm not seeing anything too drastically different. It is giving, I can see it a little bit. I can see like a little bit of like that more satin matte finish, just barely, like a tad, but it isn't like a super matte finish. Oh, it's starting to, actually, now that I look at it. I feel like this side is a little bit more smooth and refined compared to this side. Not anything crazy. I'm excited to see this under makeup because it is a difference, but it is very subtle. I'm gonna apply this on the rest of my skin so that we can see. This is the blur drops applied to both sides of my face. Again, I feel like it does give that like satiny finish, like satin matte, not a hard matte, not a drying matte at all. It's very satin. I feel like it still looks like my skin, but a little bit more like almost like a small blurring veil. But I'm looking myself far away, I feel like I do look more blurred, but again, very subtle. Usually I know I notice most of my blurring when I'm wearing makeup, but for right now without makeup, I think I do look blurred. I think it looks nice, like just running errands, maybe some spot concealer, this would work. Right now I think I'm seeing more of the satin matte effect more than the blurring effect, ever so slightly, like a touch, a kiss of blur. Go put on the rest of my makeup and we'll see how everything applies on top. I mean, my skin feels soft, so that's nice. So let's see how it applies. I just applied the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I'm actually shocked how blurred it looks. And this is just foundation on applied with a brush. I haven't even blended it out with like a beauty blender or anything. Obviously I need to do my chin right now, but I just wanted to come and show you guys because this looks so good on top of this primer. And I've worn this foundation a lot. It's the primer. All right guys, this is me with my makeup done. I really like how it looks. I feel like I look really blurred. I really feel that satin matte. Now, of course, that's also due to the Makeup Forever, but I feel like this is the best I've seen use the Makeup Forever. Could be also due to the e.l.f. powder, but even when I just had the foundation alone on top of the blur drops, I really liked it. I don't feel overly dry. I don't feel like anything is crusty. I feel like everything layered on top of it very well. I didn't notice any pilling with this, which is nice. I did pill earlier before I applied this when I was using my sunscreen. If you haven't seen my video last week, how to prevent that pilling mess, I will link it up here. But so far, so good on these blur drops. I am excited to test these throughout the whole week. First impressions is good, but again, a lot can change in a week. But so far, I think it's really good. Let me go ahead and zoom you in and let me know what you guys think. I just feel like it does look overall very pretty, very blurred, and like a satiny and like a matte finish, but not too matte. And obviously I sprayed it Peach and Lily spray and even the Glow Recipe watermelon mist a little bit, just kind of let all the powders sink in. I'm pretty happy with it so far, so I'll go ahead and wear it the rest of the night, and we'll see how well this also controls oil. So let's get on to these claims. So for the reducing pore size over time, since I've only been using it for 1 week, I don't want to put too much into that. Really have loved using this before my foundation, of course after my sunscreen, and I really feel like it does give that satin finish. It looks like your natural skin, but not oily. Since it has BHA in it, like, oh, can I use this every day? Can I use it in my morning routine? Since you know you can't mix certain actives. It was on a call with the founders and the Glow Gang ambassadors to go really in depth on the product and to give some like background history on it. And the encapsulation, the percentage of the BHA in here is so small. It is gentle enough to use every day, also day and night. Just use this not only as a primer, but as a skin treatment. So during the day or at night, which is exciting for me because as an oily gal, we definitely want to reduce excess oil. It really did keep the excess shine off the face throughout the day. I felt like I did look a little bit more blurred. Not in a crazy amount, as you guys saw in my first impression. You don't look like a filter, you know, with no makeup on or anything like that, but it is very subtle, and I feel like it could be more of like kind of the satin finish that you see more instantly than the blurring properties, and that's without makeup. But once you put makeup on, I feel like this really helps with that blurring effect and really helping to fill in the pores and minimize the appearance of that pore size. Obviously, you can't really reduce your pore size, like you're never going to be able to shrink your pores. So I put foundation on. Even right now, I'm just wearing powder foundation. I'm wearing the Makeup Forever HD Skin Matte Velvet powder on its own, and I feel like it looks really blurred. So I'm like, I don't know if it's due to this or this. You guys saw when I put on the Makeup Forever HD Skin, it looked really good. Like, pores who? It really did a really great job. And also I feel like how it wore throughout the day, I have never felt like my oil has been more controlled like throughout the day. It's been like put to the test 6-8 hour days, which is insane. I've never had a primer do that before where it was like that noticeable of result. I've been recently testing out the Huda Beauty Blur Jam. That one I like, and I like that and this because those are both silicone-free primers. Sometimes silicone can also clog your pores a little bit more. So going for the silicone-free route, a little bit better for the skin, and especially because I have acne-prone skin, as y'all know. I want to reduce pore clogging as much as possible because we are also oily. It's definitely have a different finish, and I kind of like the texture of this more. The Blur Jam is good, but I feel like this is, since it's a serum, it's a little easier to work with. I still love the Blur Jam, and that's become one of my favorite primers too, and I kind of want to put it into like a side-by-side comparison, like a versus video. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I'll probably do it in a reel or a TikTok. This is very comparable to that, and I really have been enjoying it. I think what impressed me definitely the most was how matte it kept me throughout the day. I was so shocked. It was a visible enough difference where I was like, oh, I'm still matte. I am still looking matte. I am so excited to put this to the test over the summer and seeing how it really helps to control my oils and excess oil and see if I really get less oily, especially in the heat. That is gonna be great. So far, it has been so good. Honestly, I was very impressed with this launch. I didn't know what to expect from it, but I really do like it. I think it's really good. I would have purchased this on my own, and after using it, I would definitely repurchase this primer, and I do think it is worth the money. If you have the Huda Beauty Blur Jam, do you need this? Not necessarily for this over the Blur Jam for if I'm not wearing makeup. If I am just kind of putting something on the skin just to keep my oils at bay throughout the day, because when I'm not wearing makeup, I mean, it probably happens under it too, but I get so oily throughout the day, and even when I'm working and then I go look in the mirror and I'm like, what is happening? Especially my little eyelids. I tried this with a fuller coverage foundation. I've tried it with a lighter coverage foundation. Today I'm trying it with just powder, and all of them I feel like it has worked seamlessly. A 9, maybe 8.5 out of 10, just because I haven't seen a full 2 weeks and I want to see what it does for the pore minimizing. In the market for a new primer, definitely try the Blur Drops. You will not be disappointed, especially if you are an oily skin gal. If you're a dry skin gal, I'm not sure how much you will be blown away by this. I feel like the biggest thing and big winner here is its oil control. Like, that's what has actually blown me away. I'm not sure how much you will like this and if it's worth it for you. You guys tried the Glow Recipe Blur Drops? Let me know in the comments below. Or do you prefer the Dew Drops? Also, if you have any other primers and face products that you want me to review, leave that down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe under this video. I'll put out new videos every week. And also, if you have any preferences of what days, I think I'm gonna start going live as a new form of content, just because I feel like I like chatting with y'all and it was a good time. So I think I'm gonna do those more. So let me know what times work for you. I think I put up a poll, so make sure to go vote there. If you guys are interested in more beauty content, you can go ahead and click here. Or if you're interested in more wedding and skincare content, you can click here. We are T-minus 6 months out from the wedding and we are getting a lot done, which is so exciting. And I will see you in one of these videos depending on what you want to watch.